Yo, what up squad, it's your boy Aquagaming back here with another one, and in today's video I got you guys a brand new series that I'm going to be coming out with for the rest of the week. This is the best gold chips on which gun and which ones that you guys should be using within PvE. I wish I could do this PvP version, but I don't have all the gold skill chips sadly to show you. So if you guys do have skill chips in PvP and you guys can test them out to send to me so that I can make a PvP version of these videos, I would greatly appreciate it. Now first off, we're going to be starting out with the base damage with no chip on. Now as we progress, I'm going to show you guys the increased tenacity, the increased concentration chip, and those are just the main two chips that we're going to be comparing. This is just the AK-15 base with no skill chips at all, and some guns, even with skill chips in here, they only do about 50,000 damage per output of one clip. So the fact that this is doing 44,000 damage with no chip, that's still pretty good. I'm pretty excited to see what the increased tenacity would do to it, or the increased concentration. On increased tenacity, it says that your base damage will increase for 3.5 seconds, and it can stack up for 3 times. Now that could be why I was seeing 2,500 critical hit when I was shooting with that increased tenacity. Now without the chip, I was actually delivering about 44,000 damage per magazine. Now with the chip, I'm actually able to do about 55,000 damage, so I increased about 11,000 damage just by applying the chip to this. That's pretty good, man. That's just PvE, so imagine what it could do for PvP. Now I'm going to showcase you guys the increased concentration chip. Now the first 3 things I wanted to point out, with the increased tenacity, we're doing 1,002 damage, 1,446 damage, and then 2,500 for the critical hits. Now with the increased concentration one, we're doing 1,028 damage, 1,464 to 1,484 is around the range, and then for the last number that pops up, the big critical hit one, we're getting 2,649. Now yes, the numbers did increase by comparison to chips, but if you guys look at the total damage output, they're basically the same thing. But that's why I'm making this video, just because we're going to be comparing and we're going to find out which one does the best total damage and also instant damage, just so that you guys can be killing shit inside of PvE. Now for a quick 30 seconds, let's compare these guns together without chips, and then let's get back to showing you guys them with chips. I'm going to give you guys a second to look, but to me it seems like the average is about 45,000 to 50,000 even without a chip. Now if you guys are stressing about that you guys cannot afford a gold chip, I'm with you on that one, to be honest. You know, gold chips cost about $800 to $1,000 in real life money, or you guys can grind gold and buy a really good gold chip for about 11 million gold, but either way it's going to cost a hell of time and a lot of money to get these gold chips. Now some people might ask, like, why did I put the AK-15 inside the PvE video? Because a lot of people are gonna be like, dude, AK-15 is a PvP gun. But you guys are gonna see the reason why I put the AK-15 inside of this video is just because of the fact that it keeps up with the AK-47 with these chips on. It's actually pretty ridiculous that a lot of people think that the AK-15 is only for PvP, but then here I'm testing it out and you see that the damage output is directly the same as the AK-47. Now let me talk about some differences within these chips. So the increased tenacity, it seems like it always gives you a critical hit no matter what. As you see, I don't even need to shoot the person's head in order to do the critical hit from the increased tenacity. With the increased tenacity, you can shoot anywhere on the body and you're guaranteed to get a critical hit. But with the increased concentration, you actually have to shoot above the chest to get all your critical hits. Now to me, increased tenacity, you get guaranteed critical hits. That's a dub. They're both the same price. Now with the increased concentration, you have to make sure that you shoot above the chest so that you guys can get the extra critical hits. But with the increased concentration, I was actually able to do more damage while shooting them in the head. I was almost doing about 70,000 damage with the alpha with the increased concentration chip versus about 60,000 damage with the increased tenacity. If you guys go for increased concentration or increased tenacity, you're going to be doing really well either way, just because they're both gold chips. They surpass your gear score inside of training matches, so you're going to be getting the extra buffs that most people don't have because it breaks your gear score, or it doesn't break it, but it just goes over your gear score, so it's not balanced inside of training matches. Now overall, I do use the alpha the most for PvE. This is my main PvE gun, and if you guys don't use it, if you guys are using this for PvP, definitely switch from PvP to PvE with this gun. You guys are going to be doing a lot more damage, and with that and with the talent skill buff, when you have your other friends with you, you guys are just going to be doing that more amount of damage. Now with that being said, what is the best gun in my opinion, and also what is the best chip in my opinion? The combo that I'm going to go for is what I just said, is the alpha and the increased concentration chip, just because it just seems like you get the most damage out of PvE with this build because of the fact that the alpha does a shit ton of damage and then the increased concentration does a shit ton of damage. But just remember, if you're going for increased concentration, you always have to hit above the chest just so that those critical hits actually register. But yeah, that sums up the whole entire video, guys. I hope I explained it pretty well, and I hope that you guys learned something. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash that like button and also smash that subscribe button if you're new. As always, I hope you guys have a great day. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you want more gold chip videos, comment down in the comment section below and I'll release them this week.